in the matter of Molina, Alexandria, Oliveras versus Gabriel Joseph Lee, file number 2019-47015 DP. Mr. Oliver or Mr. Lee, you had requested court-appointed counsel. I appointed Ms. Underwood to represent you. Have you had a chance to speak with Ms. Underwood?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed with Mr. Lee?
Mr. Lee, what is the staffing company you're working through? You're getting a job through?
Express Staffing.
Express Staffing. And Your Honor, Mr. Lee is in the process of working through Express Staffing to get employment, Your Honor. He has filled out most of the paperwork. He's waiting for his hard copy ID to come through so he can do that, Your Honor. He ordered it last Wednesday, so it should be here before too long. In addition, Mr. Lee can make a payment today. I believe a rather substantial one. He represents to me, he can pay $1,500. I'm a little concerned about that.
Mr. Anderson, he said that was going to be paid around 9. Has that been paid?
The bank opened at 9. That's when my grandma could go get the money, and then she has to go over to the courthouse.
Right. Well, it's 10. So I was asking Mr. Anderson if that had been paid yet.
I don't believe so. I can run up to the front desk though and check.
Okay. All right. Well, I can set his bond, or his bond is in amount of $1,500. So if he pays that, it would be released. So Ms. Underwood, what are you asking from me?
I would set this out in that case, Your Honor, for an adjournment in a couple of weeks, just to make sure Mr. Lee gets employment and hopefully we get some income withholding back on, Your Honor.
All right. So you're asking the court to enter a plea of not guilty today?
That's correct.
All right. All right. So Mr. Lee, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave your bond in the amount of $1,500. So if that is paid, you'll be released.
Okay.
And you said that's going to be paid today, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Oliveras, I'm going to set this out to 9/11 at 8 a.m. Your paperwork will have your notice and your date on that. Mr. Oliver or Mr. Lee, you are ordered to pay $248 a month in child support. So there's no reason you don't have a job. So you need to figure that out and get a job. Martin Rhea hires anybody and they have a bus that picks people up.
Yeah, I can't work there. I worked in Martin Rhea for about 3.5 years and they won't take me back.
Well, you know, your kids gotta eat. So we'll adjourn this to 9/11 at 8 a.m. If you don't get released, I'll have you back Monday. Nobody posts the bond. And when you come back on 9/11, I expect you to make the July payment, the August payment, and the September payment by then. Do you understand?
So 3 payments by the 11th.
Mr. Lee, you're ordered to pay $248 a month in child support.
Yeah.
You need to pay on your arrearage. So I'm going to order that you pay $300 a month by the 15th, by the 11th of every month. Huh?
So now it's going up higher than what it was before? Because there's no way I'm going to be able to
because you have an arrearage.
Almost $800 a month for rent, $440.
I don't care, Mr. Lee, I don't care. Get a second job. That's what you do to support your kids. You get another job. So yeah, you have to pay off the arrearage at $50 a month. So I'm going to order you pay $300 a month. So if you get a job, report your income or report employment to Mr. Anderson. We'll do an income withholding, but you need to make sure that payment's made every month And we'll see you back on September 11th at 8 a.m. Thank you. Okay, you're all set. All right, Mr. Underwood, I think that's all you had today.
What about Mr. Rose?
Oh, yeah, I don't know when we're gonna get Mr. Rose. So, let's see, Mr. Malaro still in with Mr. Seeley, done with Mr. Weiss. That one.
Just so you know, Mr. Otel did confirm he'll waive his client's appearance today.
Mr. Odatella?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. So this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Marcus DeAndre Monroe, file number 22-21111FC. I have Douglas Hartung appearing on behalf of the people and Odatella appearing on behalf of the defendant. So Mr. Monroe is at the jail. We do not have him right now. It is a pre-trial, so it's not mandatory that he be here. Mr. Odatella, do you wish to proceed without your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm waiving his appearance. Simple pre-trial today.
Okay, so Mr. Hartung and Mr. Odatella.
Your Honor, this is set for trial at the end of the month, or end of July, rather. Today, all I have, this is I think our day to have motions and things of that nature, resolution of issues. I have the names of 4 witnesses I want to add and 4 witnesses I want to delete. The ones I want to delete are Aaron.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to put the jail in the waiting room. Okay, go ahead.
Aaron Prophet, who is the victim's father. He was not on site when this happened. And 3 police officers, Deschamps, Lanford, and Gentner, who were involved in the stop of the car driven by Caleb Goodwin that had Mr. Monroe in it the next day after this incident. I believe they're cumulative. The witnesses to add are people who have recently been interviewed on this. They are Megan Coleman, Ronald Amison, Amari and Ficklin, and Detective Ruffner, who interviewed those 3 witnesses.
Mr. And I will note for the record, I have received a copy of the people's proposed jury instructions, voir dire questions. Mr. Odatella, those are due today. Yours may be across the hall, but I haven't gotten yet. Mr. Odatella, any response to Mr. Hartung's amended witness list?
No, Your Honor. We've got a copy of those, and we're just going further with negotiations on this. And I do believe that we're going to have a resolution in this matter. So we'll get back with you on that, Judge.
All right. Well, it is set for trial on July 25th at 9 a.m. And this was the final pre-trial. If you need a bench conference, just schedule that with my office. If you decide, or if Mr. Monroe decides to avail himself of a plea bargain, I would just ask that we do it in advance of the trial date. So I can always get you in at the 11th hour to get a plea in. Just that way I don't have to bring a jury in. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Hartung?
No, all set. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Odatella?
Nothing further. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you back earlier or for trial. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Also, would you two like to go back and talk about the case and have a cup of coffee?
Let's get the coffee.
Could always get you a tea if you wanted tea.
Water.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rose, can you hear me? Who do I have at the jail?
Kiefer.
Oh, I got Mr. Keeper. There we go. All right, this is in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Randy Keeper, file number 23-21302FH. Is that your case, Mr. Murphy?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I have Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Keeper, and I have Allison Arnold appearing on behalf of the people. Mr. Keeper, this is the date time scheduled. Let's see, you were picked up on a bench warrant for failure to appear and failure to bench warrant, failure to appear in a bench warrant for contempt for failure to drug test. Let me look here. So I have a motion affidavit and bench warrant for you because you failed to appear for a pretrial on May 10th of 2023. And bond was set in the amount of 75,000 cash. And then I have a motion affidavit and bench warrant filed by my pretrial services coordinator that you were ordered to drug test and that you failed to drug test on April 10th, April 14th, April 18th at the drug testing facility. So, Mr. Keeper, do you understand the maximum penalty for contempt of court could be up to 93 days in jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also understand that when you fail to appear for court hearings, prosecutor's office could charge you with absconding? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Murphy, I realize you probably have not had a moment to speak with Mr. Keeper, but will you be handling the contempt of courts today?
Your Honor, I would like to address them today if possible. Can I speak with him in the breakout? Just a minute.
Okay, so Mr. Keeper, I am going to assign you and Mr. Murphy to a breakout room. Maybe, there we go. And give you a moment to speak. All right, I'm going to take about a 5-minute recess while everybody's chatting. Thanks.
Well, they can't give him full because it's minimum offense, but yeah.
But he can't get to that.
Well, if they parole him on that early, then he would do the 29 months on that.
Yeah.
Then he's out. Which he shouldn't
You should.
be.
Well, what,
Good place. Yeah. So it looks like the air quality's fine now. Well, I looked at Toledo, I didn't check here, but it was 30 in Toledo, so it's probably the same here.
I'm good. Get out.
Yeah, we gotta get moving. Oh, really? Is it like a scramble or something?
No, we just.
Oh.
Just me. All right, never mind, I'll say so. What are you, yeah. Might need you someday.
Trust me, the way I feel, you might not.
You'll be wrong.
Yeah, I'm just more help.
Tomorrow, it's the 3 years of.
Yeah.
July 1st.
Okay.
So tomorrow.
Yes. 3 years till retirement?
I'll probably wait till that night. The state gives us a.
Some people. Screen fun and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I got to check.
Yeah. I'll build my annual back up. Keep that at $300. I'll get you that annual check.
That's nice.
Vacation time back. So
So 335 hours. My max right now is 53, 35 premium. So I have like 950 hours. So I can go all that.
I know the last few years I've been used to taking so much vacation time and I get to save it up, so I got paid out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the Patton's email?
Larry's?
Yeah. I'm sure it's Patton or something. But I didn't know.
All rise.
Might see. I don't know where she went. You didn't sit down. All right, Mr. Murphy. Oh, everybody's back. Hold on. For some reason, every time we come back, the jail camera is not working. Mr. Road or Keeper, can you hear me? And I lost Mr. Seeley too. Mr. Laro, can you hear me?
Yes.
For some reason, every time I bring people back from breakout rooms, we lose video and audio on them.
Oh, I don't know.
That's new. That's like a today thing.
Can't have, anything work good.
All right, well. I'm gonna remove them and have them come back in. I'm gonna remove them and they'll call back in, I'm assuming, Mr. Millar, I apologize.
Well, Judge, could we do maybe a brief bench conference